Shalom, y'all. I'm back. My name is Tahila, for those of you who don't know, and I am the founder and president of Kifar Publishing, which is a Torah-based enterprise that provides educational resources and support to children and families. And I am also the preschool teacher for Gan Makom Shalom, which is a Torah-based Hebrew immersion preschool program. And I also tutor and provide Hebrew lessons to students from kindergarten all the way through ninth grade. And so this video is going to cover some of the activities that I use to help my students master the colors in Hebrew. So the first thing I usually teach about 6 colors at a time. Of course, slowing down if I need to for students, or adding more if students are picking up faster. But when I give them the name of a color and have the students repeat it, we then come up with 2 to 3 or 4 items that typically are found in that color. So for red, adom, we would have tut, strawberry, tapuach, apple. For yellow, shemesh, the sun, limon, a lemon, tapuz for orange, which is an orange. And so here actually is a sample of the notes that I took for one class of students that I have. And these color labels actually are paint samples that I got from Lowe's, and you can also find them in Home Depot or Walmart. They are free, and you can find a wide variety of colors. And I also use the paint samples for this first activity that I'm about to show you. So these are color sticks that I created using the paint samples that I told you about. You can see here on the back, and some popsicle sticks. I got a big box of them for a really great price at Walmart. And then on the backs of each sticks, I wrote the colors. When I went to the store, I actually forgot to pick up an orange, so that's why this one looks a little jacked up, because I had to color it in. But anyway, so there are 2 ways that I use this activity with the color sticks. So each child gets a set, and they spread them out on the table like so. So they spread them out on the table, and what I do is I call out a color, let's say adom, and each student has to raise their stick with the color that matches what I said. And so I do have a color chart that is available on the website. The link is below. And so when we're first starting out, children, the students are encouraged to consult their charts just to make sure that they're picking up the right color. And then as they become more comfortable and more familiar with the different names, they don't need the chart anymore. And it becomes, really friendly competition as they compete to see who can raise their stick the correct color the fastest. And so the second way that I use this activity is to have the students flip them over so that the names of the colors are visible, but not the colors themselves. And then I'll have them select a color, or I can name a color, and they have to tell me what it is in English. So if they take kahol, for instance, or kola kahol, they have to tell me what color it is without flipping it over, and then they can check to see if they're correct by actually flipping the stick over. And then, some of these colors, on the backs of them, like for instance, I think this was called something green. So you just want to black that out so students, can't cheat. So this is the way that I use the color sticks. Another activity that I do is a memory concentration type game that involves image cards and name cards. And this is also available on the website. The link is below again. So we have one set of cards that has images of animals that come in a certain color. These are upside down, don't mind me. And then the other cards that have the names of the colors themselves in both Hebrew and English. And so what I do is spread the cards out, the image cards on one side and the name cards on the other side. And then have the students either select an image card first and try to find the matching color, the name of the color, or pick the name first and then try to find the matching image with that color. If you wanted an easier level, start with picking the name card first to make it a little bit more challenging. Have the student select the image card first, tell you what color it is, and then try to find the matching name card. So that's a second activity that we do. A third one, and the last one I'm going to show you, is actually a set of foam boards and pegs that I got from Oriental Trading. So they come in 6 colors, the boards themselves, and then the pegs also come in the corresponding 6 colors. And so this is another activity that you can do more than one way. So one way would be to either you call out a color, or have the student pick a peg. They can either pick without looking, or they can, select their own, as long as they don't keep picking that same color, because you want to make sure that they're practicing and learning all of the colors. So you have them pick one, tell you what color it is, and then put it in one of the holes, like so. And then continue picking a peg and putting it in. And one way you could do it is to see who can fill their board the fastest. So by either correctly identifying, once they correctly identify the color of a peg, they can put it in the board. If not, then they have to wait, and you can go around and try again. Another way to do this would be, instead of trying to fill up the board, stacking the pegs with the same concept of identifying each color. And if you identify the color correctly, you can stack the pegs and see who can stack the highest before the whole thing falls down. And my boys especially love that. Anything that's going to crash and fall and burn and explode and whatever, they love. So that'll be really helpful. And then you can also do it, you don't necessarily need these pegs, you can do it with Legos, Mega Blocks, regular blocks, anything that you can stack and topple is perfect. And then also available on the website, and these are free downloads, are a couple of worksheets, and these can be done either independently by your students if they know how to read Hebrew, or you can work with them together if they are not yet reading but you're still teaching them the colors. So this one had blank, this is a completed worksheet, but this one had blank images that students had to color in based on the direction. So this one, for instance, says color the tapuach yarok, and this is color the tapuach. They learn that a tapuach is an apple and yarok is green. And again, if they need to consult their charts when they're first doing this, by all means they're able to do so, but as they become more familiar, they don't need to do that. This second worksheet has the same images that were available on the first one, and this one again just kind of reinforces the vocabulary. Like for instance, this tapuz is tapuz being an orange, and again we see that here on this chart. And this offers them writing practice. So not only do they have to again remember what the colors are, but then they have an opportunity to write them out. As you can see, it was done here below. And then the last worksheet that I'm going to give you is again also ties into the first two. This is a cut and paste worksheet that reviews the vocabulary of all of these images, and then also again reviews the colors. Students have to match them up with each image. So you can use them all as homework, you can use them in the class as reinforcement during the day, or you can use them as assessments once you feel like the students are comfortable with all the colors and you're ready to move on to something else. So again, all the links for everything that I mentioned are available in the comment section below, or in the description section below, sorry. And if you have any questions or comments, or if there's a particular video that you want to see, let me know in the comments. And thanks again for watching. Lehitraot.